Today we're going to be talking about stop number 4 on Grand Lake for the FLW Tour. It was a tournament that had a lot of different conditions going for it. The water was super muddy and pretty cold from the still later winter out there this year in Oklahoma. So the conditions weren't the greatest. A lot of the fish were out suspended out a little deeper and weren't pushed up shallow where a lot of the guys were fishing, and myself included. It just took a lot to get a bite. It was a lot of casting through practice. If you go back and watch my recap video, you'll get more details, but I only had 6 keepers in practice. So I didn't have a ton to go off of, but I had one area that I thought I could go in and get some bites. So on day 1 of the tournament, I started where I caught a 5 1/4 and shook off one other fish and saw another one cruising around in some clear water I had found. I went there, got a bite on this lay down right away, missed it, flipped back in there, fished a little bit longer, missed it again. I'm not sure if it was a small one or what, but it had me a little bit excited for the first 10 minutes of the tournament. So I kept working my way up this edge and kept flipping the lay downs as I was going back up this creek. And the fish just weren't really positioned how they were before, and that's when I took notice that the water had probably dropped close to a foot since Tuesday when we got off the water. And I was struggling to get up into this creek that had this deeper channel once you got back in there, but it took some work to get back in there. So I kind of worked my way around and finally got back into my creek channel. It dropped off and cleared up. It was about 8 foot deep back there in the main part of it, and it had 3 lay downs in it and then one giant boulder that was in the middle of it where the current break was. And I kept working my way up. I was flipping a little finesse jig, and I caught my keeper probably around 8:30. It was 3.5, and I saw 2 other ones swimming up there. That one was probably 2 pounds, one was about 4, and I just couldn't get them to bite. They were a little spooky after I'd been in there with the clear water in that area. So I decided to bail on that and go run a bunch of this bluffy rock transitions where it kind of tapered back into the pockets, just looking for some more bites. And I caught 2 shorts the rest of the day. One was in Honey Creek, and then the other one I ran all the way up into the Elk. And that water up there was a little bit clearer, so I thought I had a better chance of getting some bites. I had caught 2 of my keepers in practice up there and shook another one off on a dock. And I caught another short there on that finesse jig. And kind of went in a little bit disappointed with how the day went, for sure. I weighed in, had 3.5, and was in 115th place. So I kind of had to get my head straight. Didn't really know what I wanted to do on day 2. I knew I was going to start in that same area. I caught that 5 1/4 my keeper on the first day. Since I saw those other 2 fish up there, I was watching the water level gauges, and the water was still dropping out, so it was making me a little nervous if I was going to be able to get back up in there. So it ended up being very tough. I started in that same area, working my way up there, flipped some of the lay downs. Then when I got to the shallow area, I actually couldn't make it through the first spot I tried to. I just push pull and had to back up, and then had to re-push pull my way through another little channeled area to get through there, where I had probably 6 inches of water, so my Triton was just barely getting through there. I had a Marshall that day, so we had a little bit extra weight compared to the day 1 when I was by myself. But as I worked my way up there, I noticed there was a lot more life. There was some bunch of little bass shorts that were in there, and I saw a couple keepers. So I worked my way up through there, and I ended up fishing a little faster than I should have, which I kind of realize now. I was flipping that single finesse jig and wasn't getting bit, and I spooked a couple of probably 2-pounders off, and I worked my way down. I sat down, rigged up a 4-aught Hayabusa worm hook, put a weightless Senko on there, and just started throwing that out there as far as I could in that clear water back there. It seemed current break, and I had one other bite there in the morning. I missed it. He just didn't eat that Senko all the way. It could have been a short one, I'm not sure. I went out, kept fishing. I was in Honey Creek at that point and kind of worked my way around. I fished a bunch of stuff. We had a nasty thunderstorm coming through for about 2 hours, so I didn't run around a whole lot, just kind of hop in pockets. And I just had a decision to make. I was debating running all the way down to a dam, going to fish in this one marina. I had two about 15, 16-inch keepers in practice on day one. But something just kept telling me to go back up that creek. And I went back in there. The water was still dropping, and pulled my way back up in there, got in there. And this time, instead of flipping that little finesse jig, I took that weightless Senko and just started making long casts up there. And it ended up working out. I caught 3 more up there that day and was able to weigh in 11.3, which took me from 115th place to 75th. So it salvaged about 40 points there for the AOI standings. I've been slowly working my way out, digging from that Rayburn start this year. So I think we're going to finally be in the top 100, and we're going to just keep working our way up here at Cherokee next week, and then Chickamauga and Champlain to finish out the year. So we're going to keep grinding at it. One of the keys this week also to finding that spot was using the ANGLR app. It allows you, when you have the premium features, to use, it has a Google Earth overlay, and you can see exactly where those creek channels come in and out. So that helped me forget my boat up into there, and it also showed me where the deeper channel swing was in that creek. So when I found that one, I started running a whole bunch of other ones in back of Elk and a couple other creeks to see if I could duplicate the pattern somewhere else. I wasn't able to find exactly the same setup there, but without that ANGLR app, I never would have found that. But if you use it, make sure you get your bullseye. This will allow you to mark your catches and your waypoints without having to go into the app and fiddle around. So it's all hands-free. It's just hit one time, you got your fish marked. Thanks for following along. Watch this highlight video and you'll see a couple good ones get caught. Thanks.
Keep it?
Yeah.
Good job. I'm just not seeing them here. Like, I think that's gonna work.
It'll be big enough.
I think that's gonna work.
Come on, B14. Oh yeah. I'm starting to wonder if they can see my jig in the that dirty water.
In the dirty water.
It wasn't like that earlier today. It almost makes you think somebody else would have.
I would think that little bit of rain would do that.
No.
You know?
No.
That one.
Fat little guy.
Okay, I'm ready for you this time, dude. Gotcha.
It's nice. Oh yeah,
Turkey vulture.
red-tail. Crazy air currents up there. There's a cove on the way back. I don't know how long we stay here. We might stop and fish it, but there's a bald eagle nest up above the guy's house.
Oh yeah.
And you can see they were both up in there the other day. That's pretty cool. That'd be awesome to be able to sit on your porch and look up and see the bald eagle up. His nests are giant when they build them. But it looks like it's like 10 foot wide. I don't know if it's actually that big or not, but. There it is. Oh man, that's a fat little thing. I hope he's long enough.